Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the Omega Seamaster Railmaster as it launched in 2017. 40 millimeters in all brushed and satinated stainless steel. This watch pays tribute to the Railmaster technicians' watches of the late 1950s. Now, the watch is 40 millimeters in diameter in steel by 12.6 millimeters thick. From lug tip to lug tip, it is 46.7 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. In profile, it looks an awful lot like a no-date Aquaterra, and that's not far from the truth, though mechanically speaking, it's not powered by the same movement. Taking a quick look at it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see it's fairly flat flush. It would actually slide underneath the sleeve, and it's very narrow from side to side on the wrist, so easy to wear. I could recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The strap is a hybrid design that includes textiles, some bolstering for thickness, then on the bottom, a tan calfskin. It is a brand new Omega factory strap, and you can see it has metal gussets sewn in so that the pin won't gouge the strap and the strap will last longer. You can see that the stitching is designed to be at variance to create character lines that run longitudinally, and then there's a interplay of diagonal lines to create a more complex and beguiling pattern. You can also see that there's an interplay of gray and black threads used in the stitching. Now we have a satin finished steel buckle to match the case. It is a nice complement for quick sizing. This is very similar to an Aquaterra, but you will see there are differences between this and an Aquaterra. It does have the lyre style lugs though, with the inward and outward bevel that we know well from many Seamasters and Speedmasters over the years. We have a little step to the bezel, so it's actually set in from the case band somewhat to break up the mass of the mid case, and there's a conical profile to the bezel. We have a screw down crown, all in matte finish. You can see it's media blasted, 150 meters water resistant, again like an Aquaterra. The dial is a lovely crosshair center and then a top to bottom metallic brushed or graining. You can see it really is almost like a curtain hanging from top to bottom, quite beautiful, almost like the graining of stainless steel. We have Arabic numerals at the quarters, and then we have a photina that's designed to reference history. Happily, it doesn't impede comprehension, and it adds some much needed color to this otherwise grayscale watch. And you can see it's still quite easy to see at night. A lot of photina doesn't glow well, but this does. Take note, all three hands are luminescent. That's a mark of distinction on many watches, and it should be universal in the industry. Now, the watch also has some handsome details, like you can see that the hands themselves have been satin brushed so that they're not brilliantly bright against the dial base. Hippocampus on the reverse side uses caliber 8806, and though you can't see it here, I have 8800, which is 8806 with a date. So this is what's inside of this. This is a Constellation 39. So it's automatic winding with bidirectional action, 55-hour power reserve. It has hacking seconds, beats away at 25,200 vibrations per hour, which is specific to silicone hairsprings in the Swatch universe. And of course, this watch as well as this watch both have anti-magnetic silicone hairsprings. They both have a full balance bridge with a free sprung index and a winding rotor bearing for shock tolerance. Both of them are master chronometers. So the master chronometer standard involves the COSC timing standards, but tested in 6 positions and as a fully cased up watch. So what you'll get with this master chronometer certified Railmaster is water resistance testing, shock resistance testing, anti-magnetism testing, winding efficiency, power reserve, and of course 6-position chronometry. That's what you get in a master chronometer. It is also a coaxial escapement as developed by George Daniels in the 1970s and implemented by Omega in the late 90s. Today, it really has lived up to its potential of lengthening the intervals between services, improving precision, and extending power reserve. And again, this is a 55-hour power reserve. Reach out to Tim Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.